Okay, we are down to the wire now. Let's talk about post-tan care. So I've said it before, I'll say it again. Protect the investment. Kelly stays tan way longer than anybody else I know, which makes her a walking billboard because she takes such good care of the post-tan, all right? Which is actually a little more important. Like if you haven't heard anything that I've said today, the post-tan care is super important. All right, so number one, the first shower, right? So for most of you, this is going to be the next morning. When you take your first shower, do not use soap, okay? All we're gonna do is rinse off the bronzer. Now the bronzer is so that I can see what I'm doing, all right? So we're gonna rinse off. Don't use any fluffy things or washcloths or, you're not dirty, all right? So I just want you to use lukewarm water, use your hand, and just sort of get off the bronzer. You'll see it all run down in the shower, okay? No shaving, all right? And no soap, okay? If you need to use a tiny bit of soap on, your bits and your pieces and stuff, that's fine, but it really is really not necessary, okay? So when you rinse the bronzer off, the tan actually takes 48 hours to develop. So if you had, so for future reference, if you had, let's say, a wedding or you're going on vacation, you want to tan 48 hours before and start prepping 4 days before. That's how seriously I take this stuff. Okay. Now, when you shower, okay, so we're talking about day one, you want to just like dab your skin, like be gentle with yourself. You want to use a hair towel, to wrap your hair up or something, that's fine. But don't take your towel and do one of these like numbers and like rub it all over. Remember the scene in Jerry Maguire when they're in the locker room and Cuba Gooding Jr. is like, oh, I air dry. I air dry too, all right? So if you take your towel, just make sure you just kind of like dabbing yourself like just a little bit, okay? Now I will allow you to moisturize, all right? However, you need to use tan safe products, okay? This is very important because a lot of cheap crap out there will absolutely just rip apart the color and destroy your tan in a day or so, all right? So I'm gonna, in the email that I sent you, there's a picture, but essentially this is a really good product, okay? This like Hemp's, I think this is like TJ Maxx or like whatever. This is a really good product. It's nice and thick, but honestly, CeraVe, Cetaphil, and Aveeno, from the drugstore, the sensitive skin, and you want to get the stuff that's thick, like the body butter, right? The CeraVe pump, they call it the cream. It's not lotion, it's creme. So now I want you to like hydrate, okay? We're going to moisturize. So one other product that I want you to get, this is your best friend, Jergens Natural Glow. Super important. If you use this daily after your shower, you don't even really need to use this. Use this. It will extend the life of your tan. So make sure that you wear gloves, or I don't wear gloves. Just wash your hands really well, on the palms. And if you ever get any staining, by the way, hand sanitizer just takes it like right off, okay? But I especially use this on my legs and my arms, right? You don't have to use your whole body, but my legs, looking good, for as long as possible. Okay, so day number 2. So this would be Saturday, all right? First of all, I don't think you should shave until Sunday, but if you got to do it, you got to do it. When you shave, please use a new razor, and I want you to shave like very lightly. Like don't be aggressive with your skin. Pretend you're just like a little doll that like has to be like cared for. These little things will extend it. And again, I'm not a fan of soap. Okay, we do not need as much soap as we need. We don't need as much soap in the laundry. Like a society, they have made us think that we need all this soap and all this lotion. Since I have cut down using soap, I've also cut down using lotion. So your skin comes prepackaged, ready to go. All right, we don't have to slap all this stuff on it. So when you're moisturizing, use tan safe products. Make sure you use the Jergens. And yeah, just be gentle with yourself. I am definitely going to call you. I want to know the next day how things are going. I want pictures. I want to know how great you look. I want to know if there's any flaws, if there's anything I can fix, or anything that I can do better next time. So anyway, I appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow.